Thank you.
So the Dakota Woodward, who has the house after the Swamp Cemetery, and he was asking, he had questions about that road. And so I replied to him saying that I showed him the sentence in his deed and said, you know, you're not gonna take any action at this time. Well, he wants to know, he says that doesn't clear up his question. So I don't know what his original question was, because Jonathan had presented that to you.
Guy was trying to claim he had sold right to the road.
And I looked up the deed to the cemetery and
Right,
this
right.
deed, so.
Yes, right, it's very clear. He was asking if he had rights, exclusive rights to that road.
His question, I think the original question was, can I make it a private road?
No, we can't. You can't, can you? I mean, it's part of our.
I haven't seen the deeds, but I would say that
No, it's right in the
cemetery
deed.
road was there before he was.
Yeah,
so.
it's established right in his deed.
And I have a little errors and omissions. Here, Dave, this is yours. Community center, there's a tax bill for the community center for $246.52. So it's errors and omissions. Is it okay to work that out through errors and omission? Do we have permission? I don't know, I looked at last year's and this year's, it's the same assessed value. Some reason the number to zero it out, I don't know who or why or what happened. It changed, so it left them with a small tax bill. And it was a different person that walked me through running the tax bills, and I missed it on the report. She had me run different reports, so it's,
Yeah, I would say we just eliminate it under errors and omissions. Don't they have an exempt status?
they do, but for some reason, if you look at it, Gavin, last year, see the two numbers equal each other, and this year, the exemption, which I don't know why, who, or how that became to be. Something, and, you know, once I saw the bill, I went back to a report, and it was clear on a report that they were gonna get a tax bill, so it's just, it's inexperience doing this part of the job, and
You'll get that from time to time.
you'll get that, yeah. So,
So can we go back to Dakota Woodward for a second? Who's going to respond?
well, that's why it's kind of convoluted, so I'm gonna try to go back through the emails and see what the original question was.
The original question, if I remember correctly, was can I make it a private road?
So the answer is no, we can't make it a private road. You know, the cemetery has access and that's in his deed.
Yeah. I wonder why he would think that. I mean, especially when it's that clear in the deed.
Yeah.
Just one.
It is clear.
Yeah.
Yes, there was actually, I had pulled the deed, I had the cemetery deed, but I also, in his deed, there's that. So I actually highlighted, again, I sent him that highlighted. So, there is another issue brewing, but I would like that to be an executive session.
Okay.
So I don't know if,
Is that all you have?
that's all I have.
So you want to do that now and you can leave?
It's up to you.
That's fine. This is your first day, right?
She had,
It'll wear off.
she had papers up to her eyeballs today, and she plugged away like a champ. I was very impressed.
So do you have anything for us, Jen?
Just, I haven't really looked through and I haven't compared it, so I don't know if this is, I don't know exactly how much the rate increase is, but the health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield came with some increases to the health insurance. So I will give that information to you when I've compared it to what we have now. But that's just a heads up.
Nothing else?
I'll say, has anything gone down that you've come across?
Yeah.
No.
There was some increases, so. But other than that, just that things seem to be going well. You know, Linda's amazing, and she really is working, so she works really hard. So. I made some announcements. I announced that I am on the job to as many people as we had emails for, so that was, I hope, good, and have some meetings that I'm planning to make acquaintances with people over the next few days, so that's as far as we got so far, and I'm all set up with IT, so everything is all settled with having email access and phone access. What was that?
Did you change your email address?
The email is still town administrator.
It just
It comes to me now, and my signature comes.
So I shouldn't send things to the one that I have before the Kathy Ainsworth one?
No, you can.
That's
you
your
can-
personal one?
That's my personal one, yes. Yep.
Just a request to make your job easier. Can you put sticky notes on the signature pages?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
otherwise we'll miss out.
Oh,
We had
sure.
Jonathan buy 5,000.
Okay. What color do you prefer?
Right, color.
The bright sticky notes. Okay.
Flashing, you know.
Yeah.
Is that it, Kevin?
That's really it for me.
Morris?
Yeah, last meeting, we brought up about our 2015 running off of warranty, or it's off warranty. And so we, select board suggests we get some prices, and that's what I did. I got Clark's here and Cindy Ladd for Charlie Boys came tonight. So know what we're paying for, what we're gonna do.
So we'll get some numbers and Sandy gonna do his dog and pony show in person?
Yeah,
Be glad to answer any questions.
Well, you know the biggest question we wanna know.
yeah.
Time.
No, and money.
Oh,
What the hell's wrong with you?
well, your 2015 Freightliner that you're trading in,
Which we were told would have above average work when we traded it in.
is
You can come sit up here if you want.
significant.
Yeah.
Join the Land of the Living.
Significantly higher than the international you traded in last year. I'm not sure what you ended up with, but
We ended up with a truck we didn't have to wait for.
Yeah.
correct. But our trade value last year for the international was $25,000, and this Freightliner is trading at $57,000. Significant, as I didn't promise, but I probably did promote that the Freightliners do hold their value very well. And you're certainly has done well. The dealer install prices include both the Viking package with the quote that we received from Viking and the extended warranty that you purchased with your last Freightliner.
And is this equal to the ones we've been getting?
The truck itself?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Weight, all the other options?
Yeah, all the same horsepower, transmission, drive lines.
It's set up for the trucks, the tires,
Tires will interact with the other Freightliners.
I remember we had the issue with they said it wasn't, the tires weren't set up for plowing or something.
Oh, yeah. Tires were cupping, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
That's on our
They were trying to blame it on
national.
being a plow truck.
No, but I just want to make sure it's not a new issue.
Yeah.
We have not had that issue. I did have one item that I reviewed with Mo, which was the drive tires. And we did upgrade your drive tires to the Michelin XDS that we sell on 99% of the plow trucks we sell. That was a change.
How much is your backlag on your from the Viking part?
So we are currently, we have build slots in the second quarter, which starts April, May, and June of next year. So we have Freightliner slots there. And as soon as it would be finished, it would then go to Viking. If we get one of those earlier slots, they should see it at Viking, I'm guessing in that June timeframe. if not 4, so.
But is Viking, are they still way behind?
I'm not sure where they're at. I was down there recently and they say they're pretty much on schedule as long as the bodies are coming in, so.
Some of them, they're having a hard time with getting valves. Hydraulic
That
valves.
doesn't surprise me. I mean, just like everything else, yeah, we've got 250 trucks that are sitting at Western Star and other plants, just waiting for a bumper, waiting for a transmission control module to come into the Ellison. I mean, we're hoping a year from now we're in better shape, but those are certainly unknown. So I was looking back through some of my notes, and I usually come here in January or end of December, so the fact that you're starting the end of September, 1st of October is a good.
So what's your time, what do you think your time frame would be?
The slot that I would order your truck for, if I was ordering it tomorrow, would be for April. So it would be built by us in April and delivered to our dealership to Viking in May. If we wait a month from now, we might be seeing that in June, but we would expect the chassis to be there then, and then hopefully within a couple of months, I can't speak on their behalf, but hopefully they would be able to put that together.
So you're saying fall of 2022?
No, I would expect July, giving them 2 months to install it. So certainly middle of the summer, you should see this truck. If it was for a slot that, you ordered for April.
Moles or anything else the body styles changed at all? Is that all similar?
Styles are all the same. The
Controls are the same?
Yeah, it's, the last truck got it, and the 2020 got it, air over hydraulic. So they did away with the cables and
Yeah.
everybody seen work for good so far.
Gonna say, one of them had valve problems, right? They were behind the cab or something, they were kept freezing up, or is that? what-
Yeah, that's, the cable ones. And, these air hydraulic got a little thing like that, and you put, it's oil, when you put in your air guns.
Yeah.
Same thing, it sends that little bit of oil through the valve, and we ain't had them freeze up yet. It seemed like a pretty good setup.
Is that what most of the trucks now have in them?
Yeah, most of them are going to that. Very few trucks. I think I delivered one truck with the hydraulic cable controls. Now, the new systems work pretty well. They have an override. I'm not a Viking guy, but you have an override where you can run them manually outside the cab, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they work pretty well from a standpoint ergonomics and space. You don't have those hydraulic hoses and cables coming into the cab. It's better setup,
Yeah.
I believe.
And how long is this price good for?
That's a great question. Anything that we build for that second quarter, so the next 3 months, we're in good shape. After 3 months, we might have to
Lower it.
revisit it. Lower, it, yes.
This is your best price.
Great question.
This is your.
Yes. Yeah.
This is warranty included, is that 5-year warranty? 7?
It's 5 years on the axles, 7-year on the engine, the chassis, and 5 years on the transmission.
And top of the regular warranty that comes with the truck?
That's correct. Yep. It's a total.
Yeah.
Yep. So your 7-year extended warranty for the engine includes that first year, 2 years, whatever the product is.
I just want to make sure, because when it's actually been cheaper, and then you can say, well, you'll come back. See?
They may come in cheaper, yes, they often do. I am rarely the low bid guy. I can commit to that.
They looked at it last time because they had one made up and ready to go.
Yes.
You guys don't carry any of those, do you?
We do, it's just, we tend to sell them or have sold them before we can even get them on. I had one Western Star we put together that made it to the lot for 2 weeks before we sold it this summer. So things go pretty quick, and the build slots, certainly in the last year and a half, has been a challenge. Though we're in much better shape for next year. We have dedicated build slots throughout the year. So unlike this past year where we sold out in April, we're going to be in much better shape for next year.
So if we decide we want one for winter of '22, when do we need to make up our minds and place an order?
I would get moving rather earlier than later. It's not like you have to purchase or put a down payment or anything on one. It certainly would get in line. As I said, we do have dedicated slots, but as those sell out,
Yeah.
certainly your build times are going to go out. So if we miss this second quarter that we have build slots in right now, when we get into the third quarter, let's talk about getting chassis built in June and July that get to the body companies in September. And that's when we run into the challenge of not getting them before plow season. And it is nice to get them in the summertime so they can run them, as you guys experienced, getting your international early this year. So.
What's the penalty of taking a slot and deciding that they're not going to purchase one?
That's a great question. I believe if you have an early commitment and, for example, an auditor came in and said, you know what, it was great, you guys are going to order a truck, but
You don't have the funds to.
we don't think that's a good idea now. There wouldn't be a penalty for that. We certainly understand that.
I mean, not likely, but you never know. So.
Right, sure. Sometimes because the process has gotten so lengthy, we have allowed boards to commit to a purchase. And then, for example, if their budget gets voted down in March, they would not be liable. And we do a cover letter and explain that to them. We sign it and you guys sign it. So those are certainly options. Yeah, it's certainly not off the table.
So if we're likely to purchase one, it'd be nice to just get us in a slot.
Sure. And we certainly could even, change specs or.
Right. Yeah.
Mainly just getting that commitment to that.
But this quote is for a truck equal to the other two we have, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
The other three, I mean, at this point, but
Yeah.
trading in.
We got a chance to look at it.
Yeah, did pretty well.
Is there anything that,
That's the same deal, we put the town lettering on it and all that stuff.
I'm sorry?
You put the town lettering on and that kind of thing for
Yeah,
us, just make us feel good.
Yes, yeah. So it's ready to go when you guys receive it. That's correct.
is there anything else on your wish list that you want on a truck like this, or is it pretty well?
This is not a matter of getting this.
Yes. Yeah, this isn't lacking anything. This is the exact truck that we would have on our lot as a stock truck. It's well spec'd. You guys have good spec. I mean, I literally copied your specs from one truck to the next. So.
Whose truck is this going to be?
Right now, Johnny's. That spare man, that's a truck we're replacing. Be James.
James.
Yeah, James will get his truck.
James is that automatic?
Yeah. It'll be all automatic if we purchase another truck.
So is that something he'd have to learn? A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, just, which they're pretty, I had to learn too. I always drove standard and they're pretty easy to pick up on. James drove the automatic before, and give you the pointers,
Right, but this new truck would go with James, is that what you're saying?
Right.
Just so I understand it correctly?
Yeah, I just say,
And Johnny would drive the one James got now?
Right. Yeah. He's still upgrading. And he's just part-time. Any other questions? Appreciate it. Thank you.
No, thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you.
We gotta start the process here.
You do, and I'm glad you're starting early. Good job. Thank you very much.
Yeah, see you later. That goes a lot quicker than what Charlie did, yes. Goes a lot quicker than what Charlie did, yes.
Did you get your hydraulics switched over on the 1 ton?
Yes. Yeah.
Better?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How fast it go down?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
fast?
Oh, yeah. You know the big difference. Up and down.
Who did it? Down there?
Yeah, Vikings.
Oh,
Vikings did it.
And for the amount they were talking about? Oh, we got a bill on it.
I ain't got a bill, I ain't seen the bill yet, could be out in the folder out here, I don't know. I'm kind of making it today, look at that. Now I got one from Clark's. There are two different option here. Option 1 is, they call the Fairfield spec, and then option 2 is a Clark demo spec. Number 2, option 2 is like the international guy bought last year with the, what do you call it, camera in it and the tire. You'll see the price of difference.
So the camera, whatever became of that camera?
Yeah, they warranted it, put a new one in it, and everything will be working like it was before.
Nothing burning up, no wire coming?
No.
But I mean, that camera thing's not a big asset, is it? From what you said earlier.
It's,
The tarp, I understand.
I'm still the old fashioned guy that I don't use my mirrors. I even drive that truck, I'm looking at the mirror.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's,
It's hard to trust also.
yeah, you know, like I said,
They
I still
work
can't.
great on dry sunny days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no slush on the road.
That one day here.
Yeah, and let's see. What that paper here.
Are the Clark's and Freightliner specs pretty close to each other, or are they?
Yeah, it is pretty well, you know, they're, like they said, their first, the option wood is a lot like the Freightliner, but there's electric windows, our crank window, the Freightliner has. But,
The copier working?
What was that?
The copier working in the other room?
It is.
I go do it myself, but I don't know.
I got,
Yeah, I don't even dare run on that.
how
It's way
many?
too big for me.
For every-
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
do they have one on hand? Or do they have one on hand?
No, they're,
They're out local.
yeah, same thing, I think somewhere it says here, April. Estimated chassis built date is April 22nd. We don't have no,
Spring, same as us.
Yeah.
It'll be a spring done for him.
Which one do you?
And is that if it's ordered around the same time frame, like now or within the next month?
I would
Suspect.
I expect about same idea when you get those slots and
I would feel
both of them, I don't know.
I spent last year being behind on everything, so now they can give every dealer gets whatever number of build spots.
Which one do you like the best?
I told Rusty I like my Freightliner, just a lot of it is visibility because of the way the hood made.
Really?
Yeah, you look at it and I ain't over tall.
Yeah.
You see my plow?
Yeah.
They both got there like anything, got their plus and minuses. And,
Other than those tires cupping on the International you got now,
yeah,
have you had any problems to speak of?
no. I say I got around maybe 10,000 on it, 8,000. Okay.
Not working?
not my key doesn't work, apparently. I haven't tried it before, so. Probably works though. My office works and.
I have to admit, I still lean towards the Freightliner simply because of the good luck we've had with it.
The price is about the same.
Yeah, I got paper where I put it and it's gonna get me all nervous here.
Kathy's shaking it up.
So the ones that you'd order next spring, they'll be calling those 2023s? This is the way this one's written up as a 2023. And I know they got crazy build by dates and the model goes.
Yeah. My boss is like October when the next year usually came out. But
Estimated build date, April 22, what they call it. I just see it's 23 years. Yeah, 2023 International. And the Freightliner say 2023?
it doesn't say.
Not that it makes a big deal, keep in rotation, but
What year is the truck you're trading out?
15. I had parts, their quote on the truck. Left in my car, I don't know how to do it.
On the
On the trade-in.
it was on the street.
No, Clark?
Yep.
Yeah, what is
oh,
that?
they're allowing 55.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're always.
So it's pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
$2,000 difference. Price is pretty close to the same too, so.
Yeah, it is. You want to look at both these now?
You're trading in an International, right?
No,
No.
Freightliner.
We're all done with the old Internationals they've got.
I guess which one holds their value? Would the International be the same?
I don't know, those models we had before, they did not hold value for beans. Now they've gone to a Cummins exhaust systems in them and all the East def.
I'm gonna say the motors, get a better motor in now.
Right.
And DEF, see, where it started come, they didn't have DEF fluid, not how they sold those trucks, but they had a lot of problems with
The engine.
workforce.
Yeah.
They had a lot of trouble with that engine.
That was all the first,
International
we're beyond the first generation DEF stuff too. That was.
Right, these trucks had none. That was a big selling point. I don't know if it was an English
Yeah, that's what it
or
was.
something they had.
It was a big selling point because you have to buy DEF.
It didn't work out very well for them.
The one we got now, International, got the DEF fluid with the Cummins DEF system.
Yeah.
Like say, got $8,000 on it. What do you
And I have to say, so far, they've been really good about service, haven't they?
Both.
Chubby boys.
Drivers, yeah. They both, Dell and both, they've always been both good to service.
Yeah.
But that new one is so far has been pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you gotta give it a little while, but I mean,
Yeah.
first year, but
yeah,
been happy with it.
yeah, yeah.
Difference in price.
They're almost identical.
Oh. Is he,
They're right here if you want
is
to
he
see.
coming to a presentation, you know?
No, I told him I'd come, do what, I don't, I just, Sandy said he just gonna bring the paperwork and that's what, he said, I just soon come so he can brush it with tools.
So what do you have now? What are the three that you have now?
Three, there's
Three
three
Freightliner.
Freightliners and International,
Yeah.
trading out Freightliner.
Is it wise to do business with two different dealers and kind of keep them honest?
I just, the luck that we've had with these Freightliners, I favor them just because I've seen, just talking to people with dump trucks.
Yeah.
They seem to hold up longer. I wouldn't be scared to keep this truck another year. The International start getting that age just from past experiences.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be a lot more worried about the International than I would the Freightliner.
But I think they're better upgrade, but I think like last year when we switched, it was, you know, like this, it was a toss up whether they were gonna be available or not. International had it.
They had one made up.
We just had one in the hand, we better two in the bush. And
We worked-
luckily it turned out real good for us.
We beat them up on price a little bit and they were, I think they wanted to stay in competition when we were bidding out trucks.
Right.
So they came down on the price on that. But I'll be honest with you, if had been a Freightliner at that time, I'd been more tempted to go with a Freightliner, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm just, other than the tire problem, doesn't
Yeah,
sound,
right, I mean,
that could be the tires too, you know?
I've never seen it, so I don't, it still puzzles me, so.
Yeah.
No.
And that was the only one that did
Because-
it, right?
Yeah, but they said it was because of the weight distribution with plow, well, that's what we buy them for.
Well, yeah, you're the guys that are supposed to factor
We
this in
run-
when you're doing tires.
And they're, I think they're
Just
Goodyear 286, 282s, whatever it is. And that Freightliner I used to have, that's what it had on it. And they were good traction tire, never did that, so I still throwing me off, but.
Yeah, this wasn't the tire. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to decide on that tonight, but it's nice to get some numbers and know where we're
Yeah,
talking about.
give an idea, and we said
See how
last
much
time.
cap he finds in the budget there when we get,
I like the thought that you can get a slot and not, no penalty kind of, you know?
yeah.
So you don't really have to commit totally.
Because I talked, both dealers, I kind of heard him, the
Yeah.
trucks are selling, I didn't think they'll sell like, Clarkson and Rusty even said they're, they ordered a bunch, I forgot how many they ordered, but they got 8 left to, like one of these, the only 7 left, and we took that one. Yeah, so there,
I gotcha.
that's why I kind of talked last meeting, you guys said about bringing figures, I said, good. Earlier is better than.
Yeah,
Yeah. At least get a spot even if
Yeah,
something happens.
What did we pay for the truck last year?
we paid with a trade, I don't know, I'm thinking 165.
yeah, I think it was somewhere 165, something like that,
Yeah,
because he came up on the trade-in or something.
yeah, he came up and we worked him down a little more.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to get back in the door, so they
Yeah,
were a little more
definitely,
willing to
definitely.
negotiate it.
And like you always said, he had one all set up, ready to come.
So what else you got, Mo? Problems?
No, grader's up and running, and,
What was the matter with
what do you call it, ECI box. Had to replace that, it was a computer box, and wire harness. The time we had it, like, alternator went, or belt froze, pulley froze up, and anyway, it tore the wires apart, and we pinned them back together, but they recommend to change it, so we changed that, and it's weren't cheap at all, $7,500 time to get done.
Just
With the labor,
That's good with what it was.
Yeah.
John Deere, John Deere's gotta have John Deere there. Just read an article where some guy out west is suing all those companies,
Really?
saying that they're making too much of a monopoly. Like farmers out there, can't work on the combines because the dealerships won't give them the computers or the parts.
I see that, yeah.
You can have the part bought from them, try to put it in yourself, and it won't work. I think that's why a lot of them went to claws.
Yeah.
Because
One guy, chopper wouldn't start. It was 10 hours before we could get a mechanic to come look at it. So we lost a third of his crop.
Well, he good. Because Nortrack, they got bought out. Forestry, somebody, we called them and they said, da-da-da. Oh, sorry, got the wrong number. No. And they said, well, looking for Nortrack. Oh, well, I think 2 or 3 months ago, I didn't know that.
So you're gonna wait on these till like budget time?
Well, I guess we ought to find out when we get looking how much we're gonna have left, right, before we make.
Yeah, well, right.
I mean, we could say, hey, we're gonna do it and start the process, but nice to know what we're gonna have to put down on a truck.
Jonathan, when he comes back, was gonna be happy to get the,
Get some rough idea of what we might have left.
Yeah.
we're through 3/4, so we know.
Yes.
End of October, we should have
Right, that's what I'm thinking is see what we can get together for numbers and how much we can
Because
put
he said
down.
we're good for 3 months, so that'd give us a month.
'Cause-
Just to give us a rep, if we have a little less somewhere so we can move it around.
Yeah,
get it ordered and get it going. One of them.
Crazy question, but he's offering us 50. Would it be better to sell it outright? Could we get 80 for it? Yeah.
I don't know if you'll get a lot more for that, would you think, Tom, for that truck?
I'm just curious, I mean, what's their,
I mean, all the other ones, most of them, there's not much of a, couple of them we sold to them, and they're still on the lot, 2 or 3 years later.
yeah,
Especially, this one's gonna be hard with that much money involved, the other ones were,
Right, the other ones were, they weren't given much and they didn't get much for them either.
yeah.
I mean, we bought one, but it wasn't much, box was all rusted out and everything, so.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious.
$60,000, it's not everybody's gonna be.
Yeah, it's a good question, though, yeah.
Especially coming into the fall, winter. How many miles are on that truck?
77,000,
So, there's a lot of miles for a dump truck.
5,500 hours on it.
Pretty good shape, body-wise. and everything.
Yeah,
And so you guys have done a lot, that's the other thing. In the last 10 years, you've done a lot more undercoating and cleaning.
yeah, try, keep them.
Oh, like what you said, like the one you had, it was just rotted out and didn't.
Is that the 2000?
Yeah,
Yeah, that old girl worked a long, hard life.
yeah.
Still runs good,
Yeah, well, I mean,
needs a body, but.
Yeah.
Once you get it, we got a little, there's a fuel line issue or something, but once it's running, it's got power.
Yeah, our truck always did.
It makes a good route,
Cummins in
That
it,
truck, yeah.
Cummins engine.
Did you grab one of those garbage cans over the beach?
Yes.
Okay. I know somebody stole it.
No, they had their fun one night there. I'm glad he's done with their fun.
overall, though, they haven't beat up on that stuff too much.
No, it lasted a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah.
Must've been out of town, you know.
Well, I just know they had some fun one night.
There's a lot
Trying to
of
get hold of
people that come up
working dog
from
on.
Sheldon.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
was.
they tipped it over?
Yeah, took that over.
I put a camera in
You're gonna be
there.
hearing this a lot, right?
Kids,
So it won't be as fun.
on the
Oh,
side.
right, I see that, it's like, huh. That's
Yeah.
Whatever happened on that deal with the Romar Road there? Has that ever gone anywhere?
I haven't heard anything back. I gave him Norm's number. He never called me back, so I figured it must be they resolved it or something.
One thing we should do though is see about getting guys certified for flagman again. 'Cause didn't-
Yeah, I tried to get, well, at Corona last year, tried to get it done last year there, and
Right, but we need to get onto it this year and get it. You know, it's one of those things, if we don't, it's going to slide by.
Well, it's a good
Well,
thing.
even if they're
Can
not
you
certified, sure, flag.
Can Kathy look up
All
when-
sites.
find a flagger class somewhere?
Especially that road, it's just a single lane road anyways.
But I mean, from now on, you've got to have someone with,
yeah.
Yeah, as much as you hate to, you gotta do it.
yeah,
You want me to
I mean,
forward you the dates for that?
Yeah, you told me.
Find the dates and take it. As long as it ain't snowing.
Yeah.
well, I mean, the worst thing is that
Something
if you could find, of course, no one wants to work now, but if you could find somebody that wanted to flag and you got trained, if you made a commitment, they say, hey, we take the course, we'll give you so much an hour to flag so you don't tie up a driver in a truck. If you,
Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
that's the worst part of it. We lose actual labor
Right.
on the site, but
That's hard because you need them for 3 hours a day, twice a week, not
yeah.
all the time or.
But like a project like that, you're on it for a
Yeah.
week, 8-hour days,
Yeah.
You definitely. There's somebody.
But anyway, let's get our own cruise. Let's get our own cruise service.
Yeah.
You know Lucas Bissett?
Who?
Lucas Bissett on West Street?
Oh, yeah, I think I probably know. He's kind of,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'll ask him next time I see him. Maybe next summer he'd do that. He doesn't do anything else so.
And we should too make a habit before you start one of those, just making sure whoever it is we're hiring has got a insurance policy on file. And
Yeah, what Tom mentioned to me when he talked to me.
Anybody we hire, we gotta make sure we get that
It's one of
insurance.
the things you take for granted because you work
Yeah.
them all the time and just
Yeah,
make sure it's,
have the proof of insurance.
Yeah, we gotta have it
Be
on file.
Filed here.
Yeah, it's gotta be on file here.
Okay.
maybe even make a list of everybody you deal with from Timmy to Norm to Jeff and have her check, make sure, anybody that doesn't have one on file, get it up to date. So if we have a Halloween flood, we don't have to worry about it. You can just do your thing and we know we've got it.
Yeah, I'll know.
Anyone who has an overweight permit, we have insurance. Norman does. So I have insurance.
Yeah, but we need it on file
For proof.
for construction. Good.
So no other issues or problems, you full of sand and ready to go for winter?
Yeah, gotta get some salt here sometime, but right now,
The state, they ever come out with a state price this year?
no, that's what they're waiting, see what's going on there. And
Because there's a couple of years we could buy it cheaper outright ourselves, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been that way. I don't know how it works that way. You go through the state, but it would cost you more than it was. I don't understand.
It doesn't make sense, I don't disagree with you.
Depends on when they bid it and when you bought it.
Yeah, well, yeah, 2-3 years, we were getting
Yeah.
$10 a ton less or something.
Do you have some on hand?
Yeah. I'm hoping in the next few weeks here, this all get figured out and get full and hopefully it'll be none of this.
Let's say, given how everything else is, maybe you want to get a loan, just,
Yeah.
Get started on that, take some deliveries and get it.
yeah.
Because right now with Brett, we deal with and they're dealing with Cargill
Yeah.
about the price, to give the price, and hopefully within a week here, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, get started at it. Always something. Always something.
Yeah.
So is that like over there, have we heard any more on that Jewware project? I know they had to get extra permits and blah, 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 but I wondered if we'd received anything back on that either.
I haven't heard anything in a while.
I hear nothing.
Yeah.
And Randy's involved in that? Randy Reed?
Huh?
Is Randy involved in that?
Well, I don't know how much he started yet or not, but
Right. But I
he
just wondered,
said he would, when his time came, he would.
Yeah, I don't think it's time for him yet. There isn't much.
no, but I know like just these foolish permits, making sure
Yeah.
if we want to put bids out this winter, that we got the things in place. and-
Yep. No, I'll reach out to Tyler tomorrow morning and get a update on where we are.
Yeah. So big projects you guys working on now?
Just trying to get the roads back. And
Scuff them up and,
yeah, and when they've been so dry, we had to put some chloride down too. And got some trees to go take care of. And
yeah, what'd you knock out one of mine down up on Railroad for? Did that go out in the road or not? I was
oh
going,
yeah, right over the, right on that telephone line.
oh yeah?
Yeah, I had to take the loader up, lift it up over it to get it
I
off.
was surprised the other day, I was like, oh, there, Ben got all those drops changed, everything's tightened up there. I went to Enos Spring, what the hell was that?
Yeah, it was that day, it was raining like a dickens that day too.
Yeah,
I had somebody ask, going towards Sheldon, just before Jack Callan's.
Yeah, it's,
they go, is that branch our problem?
Yeah.
It's-
One of his relatives was complaining about it one day.
Yeah, he said he talked to you, but I figured you're too old to remember.
Yeah, yeah. I said, well, you'll go places that's not full.
Yeah, and you got some down your way, I don't know about them.
Nobody's complaining, right?
Yeah, if they don't complain, prioritize more, prioritize.
Did you just, I told you about like the one above Jack Callen's there right by Baker's, that's got a kind of a dead end hanging out over the road.
If you,
Hope we get down there this week.
if you do any that are, I need like 2 cords to fill the school.
Yeah,
If you just leave it in the ditch, I'll come get it.
yeah. Yeah, forget about that.
I do too, that's why it's not fully.
That's why don't to sell, right, Mo?
You see that?
Yeah, do it all the time now.
Maybe you can have that over by the Route 36, you know, you check and see if you want it for the school.
Oh, there's a bunch right there by your house too.
I'll check and see if
There's
he wants to.
some nice dead elm going up across the road.
I want that down. We're doing this pro bono for the school, for the kids.
All the kids, well, get them out there and let them cut and split it.
Yeah. It's bad enough, get them to take it out of the woodshed and put it in the ring.
Dead elm is good enough for us to boil with, right, Tom?
Good wood.
Yeah, dry stuff with bark off of it, can't get anything better
I've
than
heard a
that.
lot of it, but
Yeah.
Burns real good. Nice hot, nice coals.
it's gonna be more uptake in my house.
Alrighty.
So, Rusty, I know you can probably get hold of me, or even Sandy. So Selectboard kind of decided just,
We're gonna wait, we're going to get back with,
We want to see our financial.
it's a financial situation
right. that's what
before they
we
give
did.
an answer.
Yeah,
Either
either
truck.
sharpen your pencils a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, don't hurt sharpen your pencils.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell Sandy, just don't give Chuck a free lunch down there since he doesn't show up on occasion, you know,
Yeah,
because he stops.
yeah.
God, we were up in Maine, in this place, and there's a fire where we're staying. This guy starts up, and you'd swear to God, it had to be Chuck's older, overweight brother. Same shaved head, same BS. And he was from Boston.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Watch yourself going out in the village and hear Robin Danny's cows are on the edge of the road.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I seen one from quite a ways out and I said, that deer crossing the road?
There's no horns on it.
No, usually those deer don't stand in the road going,
There was another one right there, just ready to cross the road, so I stopped him. I don't know, it might have been you. No, it wasn't you because you were quite a bit later, but a couple cars coming behind me. I said, I'll stay right here until they get up to me.
Yeah. That ain't good. Especially not like tonight.
That one was all black.
That's what I mean.
I'd make a motion, we accept the minutes.
Give me a second.
Yep.
Any errors, additional comments on it?
Should we have the time at least when we start and end on our minutes? Does that matter?
I don't know that we ever did.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
We're trying to be flexible, Dave.
No, I
There's
didn't
no
know.
rule that says it needs to be. If you want,
Okay.
I'll put it in.
No, that's fine. It was just so that I showed up late and you had to wait for me, so.
I don't
No, we took off without you.
usually put that in.
Okay, I didn't know if it had to be in there or not.
I don't
Is
put
somebody
it
checking
in.
your time?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
I hope not. Should find out that meetings don't last that long.
Not publicly, anyway.
Technically, all that is required to be in this is who made a motion, who seconded it, and all in favor. I don't have to put anything else in them. That's all that has to go in the minutes.
Okay, no, I just,
I saw the ones from Bakersfield one time, they wouldn't have filled up that area there
yeah.
for the whole
Well,
thing.
I'm trying
Meanwhile,
to
mine
be
was
much more
6 pages
detailed than
long.
they are, and I've been told to pare them down, but I have not gone to the who made the motion only, because then I get harassed people.
Yeah, no, it's
What's
better,
going on? What happened?
better to have some notes so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Nope, I'll second it.
Warrants?
I'll make a motion to accept them.
Yeah, I'll second that, because I signed it.
All those in favor?
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Oh. Yes, I do. It was on the agenda the last time. Do you want to continue having a Zoom option for these meetings?
I don't see a need for
What's
it.
the cost? What's,
Zero. The town already owns the Zoom account, and if that runs out, I own one, so it's zero, no cost. The IT guy showed me how to do it on there from my phone. So it's zero.
It's a matter of either you or Kathy, you gotta check it and see if anybody's
Well, recently, the only, Emily Clough wanted a Zoom option, so there are still people who do want a Zoom option.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice if we have somebody that wants, like Emily, that just needs a 3-minute spiel to us, that's fine.
Exactly. So what I could do on the minutes, if you want, is say, if you want a Zoom option,
Contact you.
contact, and I'll, you know, like, make sure I'm gonna be here, and then I can set it up.
And then when Kathy gets going, if you're not gonna be available, you know, so you can.
Not if there's too many, but yeah.
Yeah.
We tried to set it up on my computer, because that would be easier, because then there'd be more camera, but it's too old. So Linda said you should just buy me a new one.
Let's see what the flashes look like.
After we buy our truck.
Yeah. Maybe we don't use that camera in the truck.
We can back the truck up to the window and use the camera.
Your truck's gonna cost.
No, I guess that could be an option.
So do you want me to put that on the minutes then? If you want a Zoom option, contact either you
Yeah.
or me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, we.
Zoom is available on request?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have.
The one thing I want to bring up, Saturday I stopped at the old town clerk's building. And we need to do something at the front of that. Round 6x6 uprates in the front, that's all falling off.
Oh, yeah.
We need to put some money back into that building.
The posts you said.
The 6x6s that are, I don't want to say the right word here.
There's a column around it, 6x6.
They're just, yeah, there's boarding around it, tapered in, that's
It's
all,
solid around it.
it's all rotten. But the 6x6 is solid. But the windows, I stopped when Charlotte was there. Those windows are getting pretty ripe. So I think we need to make some kind of plan, start putting some of the rent money, like we did at Chester's, back into that building. At least get the front entrance.
Did we do some window work on that once?
Must have been a long time ago, because she put foam around them, you could still take the window just,
So you all wanted to put together a capital plan, right, over the next year?
yeah, what we've done with the monies that we get out of so far, that we got out of, say, Chester's and that, we put that money back into repairs. We know we're not gonna make any money off them, we keep them occupied and keep something in them, we're happy.
Yeah.
And that one there, she's been there 2 years.
It's a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she did some wiring in there. She got Tim, her brother-in-law, to wire some of it on their own expense and stuff. But this to me is long-term stuff. And one thing she was pointing out was putting gutters on that thing, because when that rainwater comes out off that thing, it goes right down into the basement. And until we put some gutters on, it's not worth doing anything inside. I mean, those gutters, I know, helping Eddie put them on houses, are not that super expensive.
Even the seamless guy there, Robson Johnson or whatever there.
Yeah, a couple of houses worked on with Eddie. I was a little surprised they weren't more than what they charged. So that's something I think we just need to consider it. But I said, of course, her boy Brian there works with Boom Burleson. Because you know how that goes. When we talk about doing this, get somebody to do it. I said, ask Brian if it's something he'd be interested in doing. At least get those front pillars done.
Yeah.
And I think there's 2 other boards I noticed were getting pretty ripe.
I would say you could do that and like do a couple windows for this year.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, and then you know how that goes with those windows now. We get them measured. Say we get the ones from Chester's from
Sticks and stuff, or
Swan Lumber. Mike actually installed them. Yeah, he installed them for them. So I was thinking we get a hold of Mike or something and ask him to measure them up and get us an idea what they're going to cost. And you know, like you say,
If you do a couple or see what the cost is.
you're right.
I don't know, there's not that many windows there technically. I mean, what is it?
Is there 2 on this side? I was going to say you're not far off, 6 or 8, something. like
There's a
that.
couple on each side.
Yeah. But get an idea what it's gonna cost us.
Yeah.
But those ones that are on an L, I mean, literally, you can window and just shake it.
You know, and like that, there's probably some energy efficiency money that you could get to help.
Yeah, that would be nice if we could get some up there.
Or historic money. There's a historic building.
Right, built 1948.
Huh?
Because then you've got all those historic building requirements.
Yeah. I think it'd be better off we just take that.
Just put some windows.
Yeah,
Energy efficiency would be.
that, they might possibly have some for that.
They do some good work. I can look into that.
Yeah, we appreciate that. But the front part with the boards, I guess if I see her again, could we say something we'll pay for having him or somebody put those? Because it really are falling off.
Can you get that, the vinyl? thing?
Well, that's what I wondered about that too, is do the vinyl instead of that.
The 6x6 of the vinyl.
Yeah, I was thinking the vinyl would be,
It just snaps together.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
yeah.
For
Yeah,
the pillars, you mean?
Yeah.
I've got on my deck.
and some of them, you know, with those 6x6, they jack it up a bit, let it out, slide the thing on to get it measured right, put it back in place, and then there's the trim top and bottom for them. See, done it that way.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But I've seen those snap ones too, those were pretty slick. But just wouldn't make the front of the building just falling down.
Yeah.
So,
No, well, the 6x6, you could just put something on
hey,
it.
they look good, the one I can see, because all the trim off the bottom of that, I think,
But once you tear it all apart,
That's what you gotta see what you got. And they- Like you said, you may just jack it up, put a 6x6 in it, and usually the bottom plate's the one that's rotten.
this one sets, it looked to me, just from what you can see if you go by, looks like it's set up like this off on concrete. So
Yeah.
the 6x6 isn't sitting right directly under the concrete. So, it's one of those things I just said, I'm gonna bring it up and talk about it and see what we're gonna do some kind of
I
plan
would,
to it.
you know, like you say, get up, have, give us a quote for a couple windows. And,
Yeah.
or all the windows and do a couple and have that guy see what if he'll do the doors.
Yeah.
I'll send Boone a message right now and ask him if he'll.
Yeah,
look
'cause
at it.
I thought they did one smart thing in East Fairfield, you know where the Edstons live? They did that porch finally. Of course, it's got hit, twice in the last few years, been there 100 years. This time when they built it as a freestanding ceiling. So if somebody comes along this time and hits the uprights, the ceiling won't cave down, they can just put new uprights under it. I thought they were using their head on that one.
Just doing part of it, see they're not there no more. It's like,
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny they didn't finish that. 'Cause it just looks odd not being at least across the front facing the roadside.
that little corner, but I don't know how, I haven't been down the bridge side if they got anything.
I don't know, I don't think there's anything down that side either. Oh,
Tight. Alright.
so we got anything else?
Kathy?
I don't have anything at this point. Next time I'll be a little bit more, I'll have more.
Oh yeah, and I forgot your dessert too.
What was that? I forgot the desserts. Is that what you said? Oh, well, you don't want my desserts.
Do you have anything else?
I almost brought cider though. It's apple cider season.
No, thank you.
You're the secretary, you're the one who got the letter.
Hard to go wrong with
Pretty
it.
You making it or Doug? Doug's
Yeah,
got
Doug.
tons.
I got like 10, he gave me 10 gallons just the other day.
I know, he's got so much.
Yeah, you guys made us, we had Doug's for
I didn't get a letter. I
Who's
got
the
a
one that's
personal,
married to
personal
the lady,
text.
the trustee at the, is that her name, Charlene? That's the trustee of the library. One of the Napoli's,
I
right?
knew it. I got a text message.
There's Rosie Napoli.
Oh, okay, well, it was probably,
Want to build a
it was
house
probably
sometime
just a
over there.
text. I don't think there was more coming.
Cheryl, I think is her name Charlene, the lady that's on the board of trustees?
Dimitri's wife?
Yeah,
Oh, Dimitri's.
yeah,
What word was this?
over to the library.
I don't know.
Remember she brought in those maple cookies? Holy mother.
Yeah, they're gonna, I think they're building a house out near the lake, the pond.
Somewhere out
So
there.
I didn't get a letter. You just got a text message.
You get a
Just trying
text,
to lay the blame.
you can discuss your text.
You want me to?
Yeah.
You got it. I didn't get it.
Charlie has
Charlie has resigned.
resignation.
Oh, he has?
He has. He resigned by a text message to David on
Monday.
Saturday?
He said he was gonna start coming next month.
Stress was too great.
Resigned, I'll text message,
I don't know what that is.
Does that mean you accept it, or do you have to have a written one so that we know it's?
Well, the text message could be printed
Yeah, it's
easily.
Yeah.
right.
So effective immediately, is that the deal?
Yeah.
No reason?
He thought, he's busy as hell. He's got a lot going on everywhere, and he, for some reason, felt like we were asking him to resign, which I kind of told him we were just trying to see if he was interested or what the plan was. And
Yeah.
we understand he's working.
We're just interested to show up for some meetings.
Yeah.
Good morning. I've been putting a lot of thought into the board asking for my resignation. I do understand that I've not been active for months now, and that has created a burden amongst you and the other board members. Please understand I'm not absent because I want to be. I love being a selectman. It makes me feel like I'm part of something, and I believe I'm level-headed enough to make the right decisions for our taxpayers. I am absent because of the craziness of what we call life today. My family and I have been fortunate enough and blessed that the pandemic has actually created more opportunity for my business rather than take away from it. Unfortunately, it's created chaotic schedules and lack of labor, so yes, I choose family over Monday night meetings. With that said, effective immediately, I resign from my position as selectman. It's not fair of me to tie up an important position within our town just because I like doing it. I wish all of you the best of luck moving forward. Thank you.
So what do we do now? Start like we did? Find another applicant?
Beat the streets again.
You got anybody else in mind, Rob? Well, I guess what did we do last time? We posted it on front page 4.
I posted it everywhere, and the only response that I got was from Harry Goldhagen.
Just talk to people. Like Norm said he was a little interested.
Norman's life is not capable of accepting a challenge like that right now. His daughter was just diagnosed with cancer.
I think it was like, I never see the post that it was, you were asking for that, but
Is that
I
right?
think there's a lot of people out there that don't see that.
Sorry.
So they need like, I mean, it would make a difference if you posted it like the store?
No, I think it's more about people you know.
Yeah.
Get talking to people and just saying, hey.
Yeah.
So, and truly, we'd want somebody that's going to be able to show up. And I mean, Chuck, you know, he's doing pretty good. I just want you to show up.
Yeah.
If
You
you
say, nobody asked him to resign.
Right, just
When
need
I
to-
called him, I just asked him, he said he was gonna start coming in October, he had a guy coming to hire, but maybe the guy quit, I don't know. Like you say, I mean, before it was just 3 of us, it made it a lot of, now that Ron's here, it makes it a little better, I mean.
Yeah. No, and I think there's just a lot.
a lot rolling. I was like, what was that? They had some gas shortage, not shortage of gas, but shortage of transport in like England. And they were talking about their problem with drivers. Well, when they did that Brexit, there was like 20,000 drivers and went back to Poland and back to these other countries. Well, guess what? Now they can't get enough. Now, while they were going to temporary visa, and the petroleum company said, yeah, that's not going very far. These guys aren't going to come back here for a few months and go back home. They come, they're going to want a visa that lasts at least a year or 2 years. You know, and that's their biggest trouble. They can't get transport drivers.
Are we done? I mean, let this gentleman go.
Yeah. So I'll make a motion we adjourn.
We can talk afterwards.
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
Boone's gonna take a look at the pillars and the windows and
Oh,
some
sweet.
specs.
Good.
Is there a second to that?
Yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yeah. Well, good. We're done.